Good evening. Whenever you take a public stance, one way or the other, for any issue, there will be people that disagree with you, and there will be people who essentially are rude to you. They will disagree with you rudely. It's going to happen. Straight up. The only way to avoid it is to have no opinions that you really care about enough to talk about. The people who change things, who end up pursuing something higher than themselves to its completion, are people who have the ability to keep going in spite of opposition. It's not people who have no opposition. It's people who are willing to keep going in the face of it. It's people who don't let other people's negativity hold them back or dissuade them from pursuing something that they find worth pursuing. Every time, not every time, almost every time, you make a change about yourself, or about your business, or about your lifestyle, education, etc., whatever, there are going to be people who don't like it. And the people who fail are the people who are more concerned with their image than with their message. People who are going to let a couple negative responses hold them back and dissuade them from talking about issues they think are relevant. This week, I posted something mildly controversial on my business social media page, and the response was overwhelmingly positive. It was mostly people agreeing with me, telling me that I was doing the right thing, and that basically this stance I was taking was legitimate. But there was one lady who commented a several paragraph essay about what a foolish, ignorant, useless person I am, because she didn't agree with what I was saying. And that kind of threw me off my game for a couple days. It was very hard for me to not try to prove myself to this lady. You know, it would have been very easy for me to post a similarly long and angry comment about her just being ignorant or mean or whatever, and blah, 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 blah. But what that caused me to do was sit and think about why was I so put out by this one person's negative comment? why was I so obsessed with responding in kind to this lady. And what I came to the conclusion I came to is essentially that I was insecure about myself, that I was somehow worried that she was right, and that I had to jump in and save my reputation, basically, from this one lady. And then I realized that that would be foolish. That would be breeding more of the same, basically. I think that aggressive contempt will only ever breed aggressive contempt. So I decided to not comment, just ignore it, basically, and I eventually deleted the comment. Because at the end of the day, I'm able to recognize that the opinion of one person, or even the opinion of many people, is not a fact. And it doesn't change really anything about certain ideas that I have. Because I can point to the fact. I don't have to defend myself, because I can be confident in what I'm saying. And that is what I think people respect more than a snappy comeback or an equally rude beatdown response. I think people respect quiet endurance in the face of negativity. So I would encourage you, next time somebody harshly critiques you or says something very rude to you, sit down and think about your response before you respond. Ask yourself why you are so caught up in your response. Ask yourself, do I have to respond to this? Is it going to be productive for me to carry on this conversation? Is it worth it, really? Because what you have to remember and keep in mind is that some people are just not going to be satisfied by you because they already have a preconceived idea of what they think is right. And those super angry people who are commenting or talking to you saying that, oh yeah, you're wrong, even though you might not be, those people, they're not going to be convinced just because you get angry. It's not going to do you any good. It's not going to do them any good. It'll make you feel good for a couple seconds, but then at the end of the day, what did you accomplish? You accomplished nothing. Measure your response. Analyze yourself before you proceed. And I think that you will be more confident for doing so when you're able to quietly weather a small storm or a large storm you become more confident. You become more sure of yourself. Your ideas can become more fleshed out. And in stopping to consider the other side, in stopping to analyze yourself, you might learn something that you didn't know. Those are my thoughts for the evening. Have a great day.